Welcome back to the channel. Amazing collectors and coin enthusiasts. United States, if you love rare American coins, historic designs, and hidden treasure from pocket change, you're in the right place. Today we're diving into one of the most iconic silver coins ever minted in the United States, the legendary Liberty half dollar. Struck by the United States Mint, this powerful coin represents history, freedom, and true American craftsmanship. Featuring the word liberty, the inspiring motto "I in God we trust," and the timeless phrase "E pluribus unum." The Liberty half dollar is more than just 50 cents. It's a symbol of the United States of America and a must-know treasure for serious collectors. Whether you're searching through old coin rolls, inherited collections, or estate finds, this coin could be worth far more than its face value. From rare dates and key mint marks to high-grade silver examples, some Liberty half dollars have shocked the market with incredible prices. On this channel, we break down coin values, mint errors, grading tips, and rare finds in just a few minutes. Because every coin tells a story. So if you're passionate about U.S. coins, silver currency, and valuable collectibles, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. This is Coins for a Minute, where history meets value. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. Money bag, legendary Kennedy half dollar. This iconic half dollar carries history, emotion, and collector demand all in one bold design. The 1972 half dollar is not just pocket change. It is a time capsule from the early 1970s, a period filled with political change, economic shifts, and a growing interest in coin collecting across America. The obverse of the 1972 Liberty half dollar features a striking portrait of President John F. Kennedy, a design created shortly after his assassination in 1963. His left-facing profile dominates the coin, with the word Liberty arching above his head, and the national motto "I in God we trust" split across the lower field. The date 1972 sits boldly beneath the portrait, marking the specific year of production. The reverse displays a presidential seal-inspired eagle design, originally prepared by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo, showing a heraldic eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by stars representing the states. By 1972, the half dollar was no longer struck in 90% silver as it had been in 1964. Instead, regular circulation strikes from this year were made of copper-nickel clad composition. This means that while the coin may look silver at first glance, its inner core reveals a copper stripe along the edge. However, collectors still search intensely for high-grade examples, proof coins, and rare mint errors from 1972 because condition and rarity determine real value in today's coin market. The 1972 Liberty half dollar was minted in multiple locations, including Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Philadelphia typically carry no mint mark, while Denver issues feature a small D mint mark on the obverse near Kennedy's neck truncation. Understanding mint marks is critical for coin collectors because certain mintages could be lower than others, increasing scarcity. While the 1972 half dollar is generally considered common in circulated grades, pristine uncirculated specimens graded MS-65 and above can command strong premiums in the collector market. One of the biggest factors affecting the value of a 1972 Kennedy half dollar is condition. Circulated examples may only be worth face value or slightly above, but coins with sharp details, full luster, and minimal contact marks are much more desirable. Collectors look for strong hair detail above Kennedy's ear, crisp lettering in Liberty and "I in God we trust," and clean fields free from heavy scratches. Professional grading services can significantly increase a coin's appeal and resale potential if it earns a high mint state grade. Error coins from 1972 can dramatically increase value. Collectors actively search for double die varieties, off-center strikes, clip planchets, and coins struck on the wrong metal planchet. A dramatic mint error can transform a common half dollar into a highly valuable collectible worth many times its face value. This is why coin roll hunting remains popular. Searching bank rolls of half dollars can sometimes reveal overlooked treasures hiding in plain sight. Another important category is the 1972 proof half dollar struck for collectors. Proof coins were produced using specially polished dies and planchets, resulting in mirror-like surfaces and frosted design elements. These were not intended for circulation and were sold in official U.S. mint sets. A deep cameo proof with strong contrast between the frosted portrait and reflective background can carry significantly higher collector value compared to regular strikes. Market demand for the 1972 Kennedy half dollar continues because the design is timeless and widely recognized. Even though the coin does not contain silver in standard circulation versions, it remains popular among beginners and advanced collectors alike. Its large size, historical connection, and bold patriotic imagery make it one of the most collected modern U.S. coins. When evaluating whether your 1972 Liberty half dollar is valuable, inspect the edge first to confirm composition. Look carefully at the mint mark, then examine the surfaces under good lighting or magnification. Small differences in strike quality, luster, and preservation can separate an average coin from a premium collectible. If you suspect an unusual variety or error, consulting a professional coin grading service may be worthwhile. The 1972 United States of America Liberty half dollar represents more than currency. It reflects American heritage, presidential legacy, and decades of collector passion. While most examples are affordable, the 1971 United States of America Kennedy half dollar is one of the most searched and talked about coins among collectors today, especially those who are fascinated by modern American coinage and the powerful history behind it. This iconic half dollar features the bold portrait of President John F. Kennedy, a leader whose legacy still inspires millions around the world. When you see the words Liberty and In God We Trust engraved on this coin, you're not just looking at currency. You're holding a piece of American history that represents strength, leadership, and national pride. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar marks an important transition period in U.S. coin production, making it especially interesting for serious collectors and investors. The 1971 issue was produced by the United States Mint during a time of major change. Unlike the earlier 1964 Kennedy half dollar, which was struck in 90% silver, and the 1965 to 1970 versions that contained 40% silver, the 1971 Kennedy half dollar was the first regular issue half dollar struck in a copper-nickel clad composition for circulation. This change dramatically impacted both its intrinsic metal value and its long-term collectible appeal. For collectors searching for rare coins, valuable coins, and half dollars worth money, understanding this shift is absolutely crucial. The obverse of the 1971 Kennedy half dollar displays a left-facing portrait of John F. Kennedy, originally designed by Gilroy Roberts. The word Liberty arcs along the top rim, while In God We Trust appears below the chin, and the date 1971 sits at the bottom. On the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, you'll find the presidential seal featuring a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, holding arrows and an olive branch. The inscription United States of America surrounds the design, along with half dollar. This bold reverse design gives the coin a powerful and patriotic appearance that makes it stand out in any collection. When discussing the value of the 1971 Kennedy half dollar, condition is everything. Circulated examples are extremely common and usually worth only face value or slightly above. However, uncirculated coins in high mint state grades, especially MS65 and above, can command significantly higher prices in the collector market. Coins with strong luster, sharp strike details, and minimal contact marks are the ones that attract attention from grading services and serious numismatists. If you happen to own a 1971 Kennedy half dollar in pristine condition, it could be far more valuable than you expect. There were two main mint locations for the 1971 Kennedy half dollar: Philadelphia and Denver. Philadelphia coins from that year do not carry a mint mark, while Denver issues feature a small D mint mark on the obverse, just above the date. Collectors often search for both varieties to complete their sets. While neither is rare in circulated condition, certain high-grade examples, especially those with exceptional eye appeal, can sell for impressive premiums at auction. This is why searching your pocket change or old coin rolls can sometimes lead to exciting discoveries. Another important factor for collectors is the 1971 S version struck in San Francisco. While regular circulation strikes from San Francisco were limited, proof coins were produced specifically for collectors. These proof coins have mirror-like surfaces and sharp details, making them highly desirable. A deep cameo proof with strong contrast between the frosted design and mirrored background can be particularly valuable. If you come across a 1971 S proof Kennedy half dollar in original government packaging, It may hold greater collectible appeal than a standard circulation coin. Errors and varieties also add excitement to the hunt for valuable 1971 Kennedy half dollars. Collectors often search for double dies, off-center strikes, clip planchets, and other mint errors. While major errors are not extremely common for this date, any authenticated mint error can dramatically increase the coin's value. The key is careful inspection under magnification and, if necessary, professional grading through reputable services. Error coins are among the most profitable categories in modern coin collecting, and even a small anomaly can turn an ordinary half dollar into a sought-after treasure. Although the 1971 Kennedy half dollar is not made of silver for regular circulation, its historical importance keeps demand strong. This was the first year the series transitioned completely away from silver for standard issues, marking the end of an era. Many collectors view it as the beginning of the modern-clad half-dollar period. For long-term investors, coins that represent significant transitions often gain steady appreciation over time, especially in high grades or special varieties. If you are building a complete Kennedy half-dollar collection, the 1971 issue is an essential piece. It connects the early silver years to the later-clad decades and represents the evolving economics of American coinage. Whether you are a beginner collector, a seasoned numismatist, or someone searching for coins worth money, this half dollar deserves a closer look. Always examine the coin's condition, mint mark, luster, strike quality, and potential errors before determining its value. In today's coin market, prices fluctuate based on demand, grading, and overall market trends. While most 1971 Kennedy half dollars remain affordable and accessible, top-graded examples and rare-proof varieties can reach impressive levels. The key to success in coin collecting is knowledge, patience, and careful inspection. The words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" on this 1971 United States of America Kennedy half dollar remind collectors that every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story can turn an ordinary piece of change into an extraordinary collectible. The 1993 P. Kennedy half dollar, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, carries the powerful inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," symbols that reflect the heritage and spirit of the United States of America. For collectors and coin enthusiasts, this half dollar is more than pocket change. It is a piece of American history connected to one of the most remembered presidents, John F. Kennedy. The Kennedy half dollar series began in 1964, shortly after President Kennedy's assassination, and it quickly became one of the most collected modern U.S. coins. By 1993, the coin was being struck in a copper-nickel clad composition for circulation. The P mint mark on your 1993 coin confirms it was minted in Philadelphia, one of the primary mints of the United States. While earlier Philadelphia coins had no mint mark, by 1993 the P was clearly placed on the obverse, just below Kennedy's portrait. This small letter plays a big role in identifying your coin's origin and collectible value. The obverse design of the 1993 P. Kennedy half dollar features a detailed portrait of President Kennedy facing left. The word "Liberty" stretches across the top, while "In God We Trust" is boldly inscribed below the portrait. The date 1993 appears prominently at the bottom. The reverse side displays the presidential seal, an eagle with outstretched wings holding arrows and an olive branch, with the words "United States of America" and "half dollar" encircling the design. This iconic reverse makes the coin instantly recognizable even decades after its release. Now let's talk about value. In most circulated conditions, a 1993 P. Kennedy half dollar is typically worth its face value of 50 cents. However, condition is everything in coin collecting. If your coin is in uncirculated condition, meaning it shows no wear and retains its original mint luster, it can carry a premium over face value. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services can be worth significantly more to collectors who seek high-quality examples. Brilliant, sharply struck coins with minimal marks are always in demand. Another factor that increases value is the possibility of mint errors. Error coins are highly collectible and can sell for much more than regular issues. Look closely for off-center strikes, double dies, clip planchets, or other unusual features. Even small minting mistakes can make your 1993 P half dollar stand out in the market. Error collectors actively search for these rare varieties, and discovering one could turn an ordinary coin into a sought-after collectible. While the 1993 P. Kennedy half dollar is not made of silver like the 1964 version, it still holds appeal because of its historical connection and collectability. Some collectors build complete date and mint sets of Kennedy half dollars, and every year, including 1993 P, plays an important role in completing those collections. If your coin is part of a full roll, original mint set, or a proof set, it may carry additional value, depending on preservation and packaging. Many people overlook half dollars because they are not commonly seen in daily circulation anymore. That scarcity in circulation often leads to higher interest among new collectors. Searching bankrolls or inherited coin jars for a 1993 P. Kennedy half dollar in exceptional condition can be an exciting treasure hunt. Even though millions were minted, finding a top-grade example is not as easy as it sounds. High-grade coins with full detail in Kennedy's hair and strong strike on the eagle's feathers are particularly desirable. When evaluating your 1993 P. Kennedy half dollar, pay attention to surface quality. Look for scratches, rim dings, discoloration, or cleaning marks. Cleaning a coin can actually reduce its value, so it is always better to leave it in its original state. Natural toning, especially if it appears evenly and attractively, can sometimes increase desirability. Collectors appreciate originality, and untouched coins often command better prices than polished ones. The coin market changes over time based on demand, grading trends, and collector interest. While the 1993 P. Kennedy half dollar may not be considered rare in circulated condition, high-grade certified examples can reach impressive prices in auctions. Population reports from grading companies show that the highest graded coins are much scarcer than the total mintage suggests. This creates competition among serious collectors who want the best of the best for their registry sets. Owning a 1993 P. Kennedy half dollar is like holding a small piece of American legacy. The powerful motto "In God We Trust," the bold word "Liberty," and the dignified portrait of President Kennedy together represent history, patriotism, and craftsmanship. Whether your coin is worth 50 cents or significantly more depends on condition, rarity, and demand, but its historical value remains undeniable. Before you